Now, you had some articles about Android. I can't believe it's been 10 years that it's been out.
Yeah, actually. So yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of when Android made its first debut on T-Mobile, actually. So T-Mobile had a phone called the G1, which was also known as the HTC Dream. So HTC was the manufacturer, and Android was the OS that was on it. And if you see pictures of this phone, I should tweet it out, but it looks like a really thick and chunky Blackberry that's all screen, and then you can slide the screen out, and there was a QWERTY keyboard underneath the screen. And I remember seeing this phone come out, and I remember thinking, that's awesome. Now, at the time, I was a Palm Pilot user, and I had actually just migrated from Palm into Windows OS, and I was into these Windows phones, and then to see a screen slide and have a Blackberry-type QWERTY keyboard, it was amazing. I remember thinking, this is the future. This is so cool. And also, Android started putting cameras on the front of their phones, not necessarily on the HTC Dream, but it was like, wow, we can get video cameras now? That's science fiction. That's crazy. And it's going to be in my cell phone? So Android changed things. Now, you could argue Apple actually started the change, and I would agree with you. Apple put the internet in your pocket. That's what made Apple cooler than BlackBerry and cooler than Windows OS. Because you actually had the internet in your pocket. It was much better than the browsers that the other phones gave you. But Android brought customization. It brought the Google apps were all integrated. So you have Gmail, Google Maps, then later came Chrome, Docs, and Photos. And so that's all totally integrated into Android. So,
and what I like about Android is how much more customizable it is. You can do a lot more with it. You can tweak it a lot more. It's easier to, get under the hood and do things you want to do. With my iPhone, I'm basically stuck with the way it is. And I think it's a great model, but, I went to Android for 3 years. You remember that when I switched over, and I really enjoyed being able to do whatever I wanted. Live backgrounds, I was able to change and tweak things for my apps that I was developing. It was just a whole lot easier.
Yeah. So it is. It's great. It's customizable. I really enjoy Android, but now the elephant in the room is the many different fractured types of phones out there, right? You cannot make Android as smooth and as seamless as what you get with the iOS experience and iPhone, because the software is made to work directly with the hardware. So it's still interesting to see. So more numbers. So nowadays there are 2 billion people are out there using an Android device today.
Oh, so, 2 and 7. That's a lot.
Half of those have Shazam.
Half of them have Shazam. Yeah. Good memory.
So anyways, it's fascinating to see where we've come.